in Sri Lanka, High Commissioner Mr. Santosh Jha and his colleagues. Best wishes to all of you. Om Sham.
Thank you, Maharaji, for such a wonderful discourse. Each and every word of yours, in fact, Gita's action, deeds, and bhakti was flowing through them. Thank you, Maharaji. Once again, 3 cheers from your side for Maharaji. Maharaji used Samatvam Yog Uchyate, equipoise. And let me remind the Lankans here and the Indians also that in 1996 World Cup, which Sri Lanka won and beat Australia, the captain Arjun Ranatunge, when he came out and he was being interviewed, people asked him, how could you beat Australia, who have been invincible, who have never been beaten? Arjuna Ranatunge used only one word, that is equipoise. Probably the influence of Gita was well depicted there also. Congratulations to all of you for using the word equipoise. Now, with the bottom of my heart, I invite His Excellency, High Commissioner of India in Sri Lanka, Mr. Santosh Jha, who arrived as High Commissioner of India to Sri Lanka in December 2023. He has also served as Ambassador of India to EU, Belgium, and Luxembourg, and also to Uzbekistan as Ambassador. It was under the tutelage that Ministry of External Affairs Policy Planning Division was rebuilt into an institution capable of responding to India's growing global engagements. And probably, sir, this engagement, you have personally taken care of this Mahotsav. We are all grateful to you, thankful to you. And he was instrumental also in establishment of number of strategic dialogue forums, most notably the globally reputed Raisina Dialogues in New Delhi. Sir, we all welcome you here. We acknowledge your presence here. We acknowledge your contribution here. We acknowledge the participation which you have allowed us to do here. And now may I request, amidst cheers from your sides, His Excellency, High Commissioner of India to Sri Lanka, Mr. Santosh Jha.
Thank you. Honorable Minister of Buddhasasana, Religious and Cultural Affairs, Mr. Vidura Vikramanayaka, Swami Paramatmanand Ji Maharaj, Gita Manishi Swami Gyananand Ji, Professor Sangha Tilak Ratne, Mr. Vikas Gupta, Member Secretary of the Kurukshetra Development Board, the Secretary of the Ministry of Buddhasasana, other officials from different departments in Sri Lanka, delegations from India, members of different Hindu organizations, scholars, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Pranam, Ayubawan, Vanakkam, good evening. I'm delighted to welcome those who are coming from India to Sri Lanka, and to all of you to the International Gita Mahotsav organized in Sri Lanka for the first time by the Kurukshetra Development Board, Government of Haryana. They are organizing this jointly with the Ministry of Buddhasasana, Religious and Cultural Affairs, Government of Sri Lanka, and the Swami Vivekananda Cultural Center with the High Commission of India in Colombo. I'd like to thank the Honorable Minister for bringing this Mahotsav, this celebration of Gita, to Colombo. Sri Lanka was a partner country for the 2023 Gita Mahotsav at Kurukshetra. Our team from Kurukshetra Development Board tells us that it was during this Mahotsav in 2023 at the Brahm Sarovar that the Honorable Minister proposed holding an International Gita Mahotsav in Sri Lanka. And so we are here today on this cultural journey. Today is the second day of the event. Yesterday, more than 1,000 students from different schools participated in various competitions, ranging from art, rangoli, fancy dress, chanting of verses, and in yet another demonstration of our deep civilizational links that has been referred to today, I was impressed to see young Sri Lankans painting in stencils and chanting verses from the Gita. After this evening's ceremony, we'll see a mega Sadbhavana Yatra organized tomorrow. Later on Monday, a copy of the Gita will be presented to the Parliament of Sri Lanka. As is customary in India and Sri Lanka, all these events that are being held in the various sessions that have been held earlier today have been punctuated with various cultural performances and arts and crafts displays. This is not the first time also that the Gita Mahotsav is being organized outside India. The previous 4 editions of the International Gita Mahotsav were organized in Mauritius, United Kingdom, Canada, and Australia. This edition, however, is special since it is not only the largest ever Mahotsav abroad, but also because it replicates the Gita Mahotsav in Kurukshetra in its entirety. It takes the scripture to different sections of the society in varying forms of celebrations. A crafts mela for the artisans, competition for the kids, seminars for the scholars and enthusiasts, and cultural shows for all. Ladies and gentlemen, the universality of Bhagavad Gita's appeal is its actual beauty and relevance. It espouses ideological freedom and tolerance, motivates every person to have his own viewpoint. For some, the Gita is the volume of knowledge. For others, it is a scripture of philosophy. It is a source of yoga for some, whereas it is lesson of karma for the others. I'm not here to give you an exposition on Gita. There are religious gurus here and much more learned people who would be doing that. But let me say that I'm sure many of us, you, me, have read Gita many times. But one thing that is very special about Gita is that every time you read it, a new learning or a new meaning emerges. I'm sure the sessions that you attended earlier today would have provided you new insights for all that we were listening to. Once again, as I conclude, let me welcome you to the International Gita Mahotsav. I'd again like to express my deepest gratitude to the Government of Sri Lanka for hosting us here and providing us the support that they have provided us to hold this here with all enthusiasm and commitment. The timeless teachings of Bhagavad Gita will further bind and inspire the long-standing friendship between India and Sri Lanka. I'm confident that this will go a long way in further deepening the connect between our two peoples. Thank you all. Pranam again and Dhanyavad.
Thank you, His Excellency, for a wonderful discourse and your encouraging words to us. You rightly said Gita has a meaning, different meaning for every civilization and every age. And those are the words of Maharshi Arvind also, who said, you read Gita n number of times, you will find a different message. And a message not only for one particular age, but for all ages, all castes, all colors, all creeds. And that is what Bhagavad Gita is. And he went to the extent of saying that Gita is not a granth, is not a book. It is a living creation. That is what Maharshi Aurobindo has said. Our own Prime Minister, Narendra Modi ji, whenever he gifts any head of the states anything, he says the best gift India can give to any country is Bhagavad Gita. And we are here to gift Gita to our neighboring country, Sri Lanka, to whom, once again quoting Gandhiji, he said, It is a resplendent pendant in India's necklace. भारत के नेकलेस में यदि कोई चमकता पेंडेंट है तो वो श्रीलंका है, ये महात्मा गांधी ने कहा। We are here to acknowledge that Sri Lanka, the culture, the system, the society is no different. And the message of Gita being universal, it crosses all the boundaries. And this is one such message which can unite all the countries. Because as Gita Manishi ji was saying, that Gita is for everyone. Gita goes beyond the boundaries. It is, of course, a granth which is revered by Hindus, but is for the whole humanity. And of course, Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya, one of the greatest architects India has ever produced, and the greatest teacher India has ever produced, a greatest saint, I will say, has ever produced, or a freedom fighter. He says, Gita can uplift you from lowest of the positions to highest of the position. It can make you godly from manly. This is what Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya has said. India's metro man, E. Sridharan, said, Gita is an admirable